another thrifting vlog. If you've been on my channel for a little bit, you know I love thrifting. I've done a couple of thrifting videos already, and this one is extra special because I went thrifting in Barcelona recently. So if you haven't been keeping up, I went on a Europe trip with my family recently. We went to Barcelona and Greece, and I vlogged it all, you guys. So if you haven't seen it, I will link them down below. When I was in Barcelona, I had heard that their thrifting was really good, so you guys know I had to check it out. So I mean, obviously you can tell that I'm back home in Orange County, and I didn't get to film an intro for this in Barcelona because I wasn't even anticipating making a whole separate thrifting vlog in Barcelona. And because we didn't have that much time in Barcelona, I didn't think I was gonna be thrifting that much or checking out too many thrift stores, but I ended up reviewing footage and I actually got quite a lot, enough to make a whole separate vlog about it. So now we're here. If you guys are interested in my other thrifting vlogs, especially ones in Europe specifically, I do have one other one that I filmed while I was in Amsterdam last year, and that honestly is one of my all-time favorite vlogs I've ever made. So go check it out if you want. I'll link it down below. Anyways, if you love thrifting like me, or if you're gonna go to Barcelona soon and you need some ideas of where the best thrift stores are, I got you. I'll be mentioning the price range, the kind of selection of clothing items that they had, and kind of anything else noteworthy about all the different thrift stores and markets that I went to. So without further ado, let's get to thrifting. Alright, the first place that I went thrifting was the Encan market, and what's pretty cool is it has pretty extensive hours from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it's open on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. They had anything and everything you could be looking for here, you guys. There were tons of cool vintage cameras. If you're looking for a film camera or a digital camera or just a vintage camera in general, this place has a ton, as you can see. I actually forgot to record this, but I did take a picture of it. I was looking at this one film camera and digital camera. I believe the film camera was going for 45 euros and the digital camera was going to 30 euros. The guy even had like batteries and film and everything to let me try out the camera and see how I liked it. I ended up not getting either just because I didn't need it, but if you're looking for one, you can definitely find a good one here. There's also this booth with a ton of leather jackets. I think that sign says it's starting at 5 euros, which is kind of crazy. I didn't really ask what the prices of the leather jackets were just because I wasn't really looking at them, but I'm sure you could find a good one. They also just had a million knickknacks. They had books, they had figurines, they had vases, they had watches, literally anything you can think of, you could find it here. There was also a ton of jewelry as well. I was really on the hunt for a watch while I was here, but I ultimately didn't end up finding the perfect one. And you guys, this place is huge, as you can tell. It's in this really cool building with like this reflective mirror ceiling on top. One thing I did notice is I feel like they didn't have a ton of curated vintage clothing pieces here. So I feel like this market is good if you're more looking for knick-knacky things rather than clothing. Regardless, it's still a super cool market to check out. I did end up getting a couple pins from this one booth here. They're only €1 each. And yeah, that's kind of it for this market. I definitely recommend coming here because you can find some cool and unique souvenirs. The next place I went thrifting was Humana Vintage, and I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. This is the best thrift store in Barcelona, hands down. And you guys, they had such good stuff for such good prices. For example, this entire rack that I went through had so many sick jackets and coats on it, and they were all only 15 euros, or like starting at 15 euros, which I thought was such a good deal. It was also a very organized store, which made it a lot easier to sift through everything. I took a look at their leather selection to see how expensive they were. They were about like 30 to 60 euros a piece, which honestly isn't bad for a good quality vintage leather piece. I found this jacket and I actually gave it a try on, but it didn't fit me perfectly or anything, so I decided to leave it behind, but it was super cute. There was even an upstairs area, you guys. This store was so big, and I know they have multiple locations all across Barcelona. I ended up not getting anything from this location, but spoiler alert, I went to another location later in the day and I actually found something, which was super exciting. So yeah, if you're in Barcelona and you love to thrift, Humana Vintage would 100% be my #1 thrift store recommendation. You guys, I'm currently at Humana Vintage in Barcelona, and oh my gosh, I haven't even like talked or vlogged yet because I've been so overwhelmed with how much good stuff they have here. Look at all the pieces I already pulled. I pulled like 6 pieces already in like 10 minutes. And they're all so cheap. They're like all under 20 euros. So we're gonna try some on now and see if I want to get any. But this thrift shop is insane. You definitely need to come here if you are coming to Barcelona and you love thrifting, because they have really good pieces for really good prices. Like, I am so excited to try these on. Okay, let's do this. This is cute, you guys. I don't know if I need it though, because I just recently thrifted a cardigan when I was back at home. Okay, this one I'm really excited for. Okay, it had potential. I am just not really obsessed with the fit, so I think this is a no, unfortunately, but I just loved the collar line and then also just the pattern on the sweater and the colors. You guys, I'm feeling so overwhelmed right now. There's even an upstairs. I'm not even like taking a ton of time to like thoroughly go through and dig because I'm with my family and I don't want them to be waiting for me for too long. Okay, this one I about screamed when I saw it. It's just this brown striped sweater. I've been wanting a thinly striped sweater for a while and it's brown. So I'm really hoping this works out. It's only 16 euros too. Oh, it's kind of tight. It's not as oversized as I thought it would be. Dang it, I thought this was gonna be cuter. Also found this cute green cardigan. This one's only 13.50 euros. Oh, that's cute. I kind of look like a grandma, but it's kind of a vibe. I think it's too similar to a lot of things I already have. That's probably why I was drawn to it. But good price for a really cute cardigan. Okay, this one is like, Jada, what are you doing? Where would you ever wear that to? I don't know. Could be cute for a picture, and it's only 15 euros, and it says it's from Paris, so I was intrigued. I also love like how cropped it is. Oh, it's not too boxy. How do we feel about this, you guys? Okay, this one's definitely gonna be a no. I kind of just wanted to try it out and see. It has potential for sure for someone else, and it's only 15 euros. I feel like this would be like $50 at Zara or something. Okay, so far none of them have really worked out. I found these really cute overalls though. They have plaid on them. I don't know if they're gonna fit, so we're just gonna try and see. Alright, the overalls definitely did not fit, but they'd be really cute for someone else. Alright, this next set of thrift shops that I went to were actually all on the same street. It's called Carrer de Tallers. I probably horribly mispronounced that. I am so sorry. But the street is actually kind of known for having a bunch of vintage shops, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't fully impressed. I had heard a lot of good things about these vintage shops from TikTok and other YouTube videos, but I don't know, the selection that they had just maybe wasn't my style or up my alley. I think one thing that really turned me off from these vintage shops and thrift shops were the prices. They were pretty expensive, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't see anything under 30 euros. I feel like everything was 30 euros and above. Honestly, on average, something was like 50 euros probably. And because I was so deterred by the initial prices that I saw, I honestly didn't really take the time to dig through anything because I assumed everything was just priced the same. There was a 50% off rack in this specific store, but again, like I didn't really find anything super cool in there. And I don't know, I guess I just wasn't the hugest fan of the collection of clothing. Now, don't get me wrong, they're definitely super cool stores to go in and window shop and just take a look around. But I feel like if you have a similar style to me, it'll be harder to find pieces here. Regardless, it was still super cool to check out and I'm glad I went. But I will have to say, these thrift stores were definitely not my favorite and I think they just weren't up my alley. After exploring that street of thrift stores, I saw there was another Humana location around the corner, so I headed there. And it's important to note that there is a difference between Humana and Humana Vintage. Humana to me gave more of a Goodwill vibe, while Humana Vintage is kind of a subset of Humana where they're more curated vintage and honestly just cuter pieces. So if you're trying to go to Humana, make sure you go to a Humana Vintage location. And lucky for me, they were just right next to each other, so I just hopped on next door. As I mentioned before, Humana has an incredible selection of pieces for really great prices. Off the bat, I found this super nice cream Nike crew neck for only 15 euros. They also had a 15 euro rack at this location with some really unique coats. This red one really popped out to me because red is such a bold and trendy color lately. I also took a look at some of their leather pieces, and kind of similar to the last location, they ranged from about like 30 to 60 euros. I did end up finding this really cute black shoulder bag and fell in love with it. It was only 15 euros, so I decided to buy it and add it to my little bag collection. I also came across this rack of super cute knitted vintage sweaters. And yeah, that's kind of it for this Humana location. I do believe the first one is bigger and I kind of liked their selection a little bit more, but I did end up finding something at this location, so both locations were great. Regardless, Humana Vintage is still my #1 favorite thrift store in Barcelona. Alright you guys, before I end the vlog, I do want to show you the one thing that I bought while I was thrifting in Barcelona. I got this super cute, very long shoulder bag. As you can see, it's kind of ridiculous. Not too ridiculous in my book, just enough. And I have been wanting like a super long bag like this. I don't know, but it was giving like Ganni, a little Miu Miu vibes to me. I don't know, it was giving designer. Like, does anyone else see it? I don't know. To me it was, and I like it. It has this logo on it, and then the zipper does say Antoni. So that's the brand apparently, but it's just a super cute, simple black leatherish bag. I'm sure this is faux leather because it was so cheap. It even has these little clips right here, so I'm assuming you could take even a long strap, make it a longer strap crossbody moment possibly if you have an extra strap lying around. But this is what it looks like on the inside. I have the receipt for it and it was only 15 euros, which I feel like was such a steal. And it has a couple of pockets in here, and I don't know, you could fit a ton in this bag. It's kind of huge. The only thing is the shoulder strap length obviously is quite small. I can wear it with this sweater. It's not the most comfortable, but this is more of like a t-shirt tank top kind of moment where you wear this bag because the strap is just, you know, so small. But I'm kind of obsessed with her and I'm so happy I get to add this to my bag collection. But that's all I ended up getting thrifting on my trip in Barcelona. I did honestly find some really good pieces, you guys, as you saw in the video, but I don't know, none of them really like truly called my name and spoke to me like this bag did. Regardless, there were tons of cute stuff there and I wish I had more time to like thoroughly sift through everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you're going to Barcelona soon and you're trying to find thrift stores, I really hope this video helped you out. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next vlog.